I love you.
I know.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Welcome everybody to
I Love You.
I Know. This is the podcast from The Prolonged Engagement. Please go to theprolongedengagement.com for links to
Everything
that we do. We have links. You can check us out on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. You can get the podcast on iTunes and Stitcher and Pocket Casts and soon to be Google Play.
Awesome. So you ready to start?
No. Now I am.
I feel really bad for our podcast listeners
Why?
because it just drops sometimes, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?
That's what
my
you're
headphones?"
supposed to. No, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have it to where you just stop. It's called a pregnant pause.
What
And
if-
it's where people sit there and they go, "Oh shit, is my phone still playing?" That's
yeah,
when you,
and then I feel really bad about
every
it,
once in a while you have to do it.
just to make sure that
You
they're
have
listening.
to do it just to make sure they're listening.
I'm sorry, guys.
Have to
I
make sure
don't.
they're paying attention.
I don't agree with it.
All right. If you see either of us looking down at this point,
We sent out a picture of it.
no, I didn't. That was on Snapchat. Here
Oh.
we go, everybody. As I'll put that right there.
I like it.
Since we were down in Florida, I had a little, like, how big is that TV?
I don't know. It's
Like,
tiny.
19 inches? I think it's a
Maybe.
19-inch
I thought
TV.
it was 15, but whatever.
I think it's a 19-inch TV or something like that. 15 or 19 inches. No, 19. Going with 19. And it's 1080p and everything.
So
I put it in my carry-on bag.
Yeah, it will. But it shows us what you guys are seeing through the camera, so we can fix whatever we need to.
Well, I also
Like
like that it
lighting.
now has a timer on it. So
Oh,
I can
true.
actually see.
So we can fix everything.
So I can actually see the countdown going, and I don't have to worry about shit like that. That's
yeah,
really nice.
that's nice. We'll get used to it.
That's really nice. I enjoy
We'll
that.
get used to it. So sorry if I start talking down there, it's because I'm trying to talk to you guys, but no, you're up there.
At any rate.
'Kay.
So, this week, we're talking about all old games. All old games.
I think technically we are, aren't we?
Yeah, it's all old games.
What? Well,
New games, yet old games.
yeah. I was gonna say I think the game news isn't. The game news should be a new game. Because can I introduce it? Because I'm super excited about it.
What are you talking about?
Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Oh, yes. Pokemon Sun and Moon. We don't know much about them, though.
I don't
We
care.
don't even have the box art yet.
I don't care. I'm super excited.
Oh, well, I am too. I
They say
was reinvigorated after X and Y.
yeah, like I'm hopeful now for bigger and better things.
Pokemon was the whole reason I bought my 3DS. So,
Yeah.
of course I'm excited about it. The only
Yeah.
games that I have like Smash, Mario Kart, Pokemon.
You have
and
like
Pokemon.
nothing for yours. I have a lot for mine.
Yeah.
But yes, so that's gonna come out sometime.
But the big thing that came out we talked about it in the last one, although we had recorded it before we got it.
Mm-hmm.
So couldn't actually put it into the thing,
Yeah.
Now
we have it.
we have them, and we played them. Oh.
And you realize why we moved on.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a walk down nostalgia lane, and that was about it.
Yeah. Like I haven't even gotten past the if you guys don't know what we're talking about, we're actually talking about Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow that was released on the Nintendo store on the 3DS.
Yeah, so they released as a virtual console on the 3DS.
Yeah, I ended up getting Yellow. Kyle got Red.
I got Red.
And I'm literally at the
'Cause I
first
had Red at
gym
the
leader.
beginning, so That was my first Pokemon game. Was Red, so I.
And
decided
mine
to go
were
back
blue
to
and
it.
yellow. So, but I went with yellow because I love Pikachu, and I was like, I am totally
Well, also because
having
yellow
Pikachu follow me.
Pikachu follows you in yellow, so
Yeah,
that's a.
and you can see if he likes you or not. Right now, he's really pissed with me because I lost to Brock.
Oh yeah. But
He was like Pika, and the
I
face
I,
was like
I defeated Brock. Like the first time.
that was his literal face. Pika. It was great.
I even got a Charmander, and
I hate you.
and beat Brock the first
No,
time
I'm so
around,
stuck.
so-
I'm so stuck.
I play Pokemon a lot differently than you do.
Well,
so
I ended up getting rid of all the normal Pokemon I had. I didn't release them. I just put them into the box.
Uh-huh.
And I said, okay. I was like, I'm gonna go with Pidgey and Pikachu
Uh-huh.
at level 10.
Well, but Brock's Pokemon are like 15.
No,
Well, they're like 12 and 13.
No.
Yes, they are.
mine were higher.
Huh?
Mine were higher.
What?
My Pokemon at 10 were well, no. When I ended up going in, I was at 12.
Okay.
12 for each. And they were higher than Brock's.
All right.
And I still got slaughtered.
Yeah.
I was kind of sad.
The hell?
So yeah,
I don't even know what I did to beat Brock.
I hate you for that.
Because I chose Charmander, and I caught a Pikachu in Viridian Forest, and I caught like a Weedle. I like caught fucking everything.
Yeah.
Everything I ran into I caught, because that one has a thing where
If you
you have to catch Pokemon in order to get
Yeah.
things like the amulet coin and
But stuff that will
things of
help
that
you.
nature.
But yeah. So we're playing it. Kind of.
I
I'm
stopped.
kind of stuck. I'm stuck.
I decided that to kind of give up on it.
I don't want to give up. That's the problem.
I don't want to either. I wanted to go through the whole thing. I wanted to have the original red.
I want to beat yellow finally.
I wanted to have the original red, experience. And I'm thinking to myself, like, did I even get through it the first time I fucking played this game?
I know I never made it through yellow.
Because I know I made it through gold like 1,000 times.
No.
Um,
I've only made it through, I think, 2 Pokemon games.
Which ones?
I don't remember. The latest one.
You got through X and Y.
Yeah, I got through X and Y.
Well, you got through X.
I got through X.
Uh-huh.
Maybe that's it actually.
You had to have gotten through Silver.
No.
Sapphire?
No.
Not even Sapphire?
No.
You didn't beat the Pokemon League in Sapphire.
No.
That one's pretty easy.
Still didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know how I train my Pokemon. It's shit.
Yeah,
Or how I used to train them. It
Yeah.
was shit.
you did. You had your starter Pokemon at
It was my
level
starter and my
70.
flying, and that was it.
I don't understand that.
I don't either, but that's how I was taught
I mean, that's
by
no.
a certain cousin of mine, Benny.
Yeah, and now you're
And now I'm 24, and I got my ass whooped
Yeah.
by Brock, and I feel like an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though this time I properly trained them both to be the same level.
I got through. So I beat Brock, and I got to Mount Moon.
That's it.
And I caught a Geodude, and at that point I was like, fuck this. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I can't stand the monochromatic shit.
Well, do you want
Or-
to show what you are playing?
Huh?
Because you have it here on the table.
Well, we went down to Florida,
a
so
wedding.
I was just like, why don't I grab my trusty little Game Boy Micro and put Fire Red version into it, which is a hell of a lot better than the original Red version.
Yeah. I feel like they should have released Fire Red.
Well, yes, I agree, but they've only released Game Boy Advance games for the fucking Wii U,
Yeah.
and that is stupid. And I wanted to take it with me.
Yeah.
And even though I've had the ability to like get a GBA emulator on my phone and stuff like that,
It's not the same.
it kills my damn battery, and I'm like,
But it's not the same.
I might as well just take. I already have the game,
Yeah.
and I already have something to play it on.
Yeah.
So this fits in my pocket a hell of a lot better than a DS or anything. Well,
See, I wonder if I should find my games. I probably know where all of those are actually, and try Sapphire, try Crystal, try all my old ones again.
I brought Ruby and Emerald with me.
Ooh, I might try those again.
So
Okay.
I'll let you have Emerald if you want.
Thank you.
But you didn't bring anything to play them on.
No,
so
I did not.
You'll have to grab your SP.
That or my because I have my old DS.
Well, why would you want to do that? Just grab your SP and be done with it.
I don't know. My old DS was really cool.
Well, you could play it on your DS Lite.
Oh, true. Okay.
I was thinking of getting.
I sound like such a nerd.
I was.
Should I explain?
Well, you have the original DS and you
I
have
was
a DS Lite.
I was the quintessential Nintendo nerd up until no, I still am. I still love Nintendo.
Well, yeah, we still love Nintendo for Nintendo games.
Yeah.
We still have a Wii U.
Yeah.
I'm currently
You're
holding.
the one who got me.
I'm currently holding a Game Boy Micro. I mean, do you understand?
How many people don't have those?
I mean, I bet you that are watching this right now, you don't know that this even existed. I knew that I think this thing was on the market for a year, and that was it. And the only reason I have it is because I found it at a frickin' thrift store because somebody decided to give it up.
Yep.
And I bought it for like $30. And I was like, a Game Boy Micro for $30. You can get these on Amazon for like $60. People are selling them used.
Yeah.
But it's much smaller than. But
It's so cute,
it looks
though.
great though, and it has a good battery life, so I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But Fire Red is definitely a much better game than the original Red version because you can actually.
You did hear how apparently
You don't have that bug where psychic Pokemon
are perfect.
Invincible.
Also,
you know?
did you theory says or rumor says that they changed the lavender music.
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've changed it I'd have to get through Rock Tunnel in the other one. And
Yeah.
I can't even tell what the damn TMs are. The bag is not broken up into things. Your whole bag is everything that you have in it.
It's just
Oh my god.
boom.
And then the TMs say like TM06. And it's like,
what the hell's that again?
can you just tell me what it is? Like it doesn't tell you what it is.
Yeah.
So you have to look it up on your phone. It's too much of a hassle.
Which would
It's too much of a hassle
which
for
back
me.
then when we first had those games, you wouldn't be able to look it up on your phone.
Yeah, I
Or
had a
even
huge
on your
fucking-
computer,
I
you
had-
would have had to have a book.
I had a huge fucking guidebook for the games. And you'd have to look through it like, oh, what's this TM? You know? Oh, it's, self-destruct. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, crap, I don't want that.
That's not what I want.
You know.
But yes,
What
I
a
like
pain
it.
in the ass.
I-
That's
I-
what I'm saying.
True.
What a pain in the ass.
I'm so glad that they fixed so many issues, just so many issues, like the EXP
So I think
share
that, well,
and such.
I think this is what I'm going to do is now that I've done this
Mm-hmm.
and I did Fire Red, I'm going to grab my Heart Gold out of my
Really?
DS Lite and I'm going to fucking put that in my 3DS and play that shit.
Oh.
Because I never finished that.
Oh, really?
I didn't even get to the Kanto region. I stayed in Johto. I never even got through the Johto region.
I might have to
when I
replay
was on
then.
there. So, and when I was younger, when I was playing through Gold for the first time, I was like, oh, this is my thing.
And it's all silver for me.
Spent a lot of time on the Pokemon.
Sorry, we love Pokemon.
I do. It's
We grew up with it. When it first came out, our school had to ban.
Pokemon Red was the reason I bought a Game Boy.
Yeah.
That was the reason I wanted a Game Boy
I'm
Color.
trying to
was
tell a
because of
story here.
Pokemon.
So Pokemon was so big when we were little that our school had to ban Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
But it was so popular at our school that it was banned. Like if we brought them into school, they would be taken by the teachers if they saw it.
That they would. All right. You want to go on to news?
Yep. What happened to the news music? Do we still have that? I'm sorry, podcast listeners.
Yes.
Okay.
News segment brought to you today by
Son of a bitch!
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, thank God.
What were you expecting me to say?
I'm not saying it because you're not going into your damn thing. I'm not saying it.
Why not?
Because then we'll get started.
Okay. Well, go for it then. Don't. Yeah, I want to know what you were thinking. News brought to you today by what? Phenology Analytics? Oh, man, that's crazy.
You always do much longer.
Go to phenologyanalytics.com.
Oh, come on, please. Let's keep going.
Okay. First news story of the day. A local, well, not a local one, as in not in Virginia or anything like that. A farmer in Ohio who farms dairy cattle decided that he was going to take all of the cow manure that his cows produce and write no Trump in shit on his farm property. Check it out. I love it.
Damn.
I love it.
Damn.
They say that they don't like him at all. That is
Well,
and,
that's good.
And since he is a farmer, his proposal to Trump's proposal to deport millions of immigrants and build a wall at the U.S.-Mexico border would be disastrous for agricultural industry. Because, as this man says, as Frank Mueller says, you hear all these disparaging remarks about immigrants, but these guys are the hardest working, most dedicated people I've ever seen in my life.
Yay.
And without the immigrants, my farm would shut down today if you removed my workforce.
Oh,
That's
no.
what he said, so, yeah.
At least he's being honest.
He is being honest. So I hope he pays these
I hope he pays them well.
these illegal immigrants.
Pay
You know,
pay them well.
If he's saying that,
My
they're hardworking
farm will
and
shut down
they're
because you're gone.
dedicated and stuff like that. I mean, you should probably feel that, but at any rate. Speaking of old Trumpy Trump, the number one.
I don't want to hear any more about that.
The number one searched thing on Google after Super Tuesday was move to Canada. I'll just let that sink in for a minute. Second story. I have a theme today. Not really, but there's just two stories that I picked out that are
Okay.
well, they have a certain nature to them.
What, manure?
No. Well, Trump and shit, they go together, don't they? Anyway.
And there goes all
Huh?
the minute you talk politics.
No, here's what I'm saying. Like, I think that we should Donald Trump this whole podcast.
What does that mean?
As in, I should tout that we're incredibly successful. And so here we go. This podcast is incredibly successful. I mean, everybody knows it. Everybody knows how successful this podcast is. If you look at our views as opposed to our subscribers on YouTube, I mean, we have a quarter viewership as opposed to subscribers on our shows. Now, you tell me, does Markiplier have a quarter? Hell no, he doesn't. He has an eighth. In fact, he has like a tenth, okay? And we have a quarter, which means we are way more successful. And we have the best people that run the sound for our podcast.
But you run the sound.
I don't have to tell you who it is. I just have to say that we have the best people to
And
run
we
the
only
sound,
have 20
and
subscribers.
we have the best editor.
But that's you.
And we have the best camera, and you people will be surprised how fucking great we are, because we won't tell you who we have doing everything.
You.
It's me.
And me.
No, it's just me. You provide talent. I provide fucking everything else.
I'm going to go cry in the damn corner.
Without you, no one wants to listen to just me. But they do appreciate that I edit and put this shit together. You know
True.
they do.
True.
Just
Because they
saying.
know if I did,
Just
it would be
saying.
shit.
Just saying. All right. Well, this is actually Super Tuesday related. Kind of.
Okay.
So, while Super Tuesday was helping to decide the future of this great nation, the internet continued to obsess over possible dildo impressions on a mattress. This is from Imgur, and the comment on it is friend moving her mattress today. Guess you can tell what was stored underneath, and there is the picture.
Okay, I see 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, you can clearly tell one of them.
Okay, there's a bong.
What?
There's a dildo.
No. I think
Yep,
they're all
one of
dildos.
those is a bong or a
I
vibrator.
think there's 2 vibrators and a dildo.
And 1 finger vibrator. Or a bullet.
Anyway. There's definitely one dildo. in
There's a
there.
dildo, though.
Definitely a
There's
dildo.
100% dildo.
Yep, definitely dildo. They say, we can't know for sure what these suspicious imprints are, but the person who posted the photo on Imgur, Reddit user Mentos Fresh, says they were left on a mattress by a friend who was moving it. Guess you blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They look like sex toy marks.
Yeah, they are.
The photo has collected more than 3.3 million views as of Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon is in, yes. Yeah, last Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's like double that.
Yep.
Anyway. All right.
Next one.
See, I told you I had I have a theme going on here because next story is most searched for terms in the United States according to Pornhub. Can you tell me the number one search term on Pornhub for the United States? It takes up almost half of the United States, half of the states. What do you think? Come on, it's their categories, not actually like search like.
Oh,
Like,
so I'm guessing female and female?
yes, exactly. Lesbian. You are 100% right. So most of the United
What
States.
does that say about me if that's where my head goes?
Most of the United States, most of the United States looks for lesbian.
Oh, God.
That was the number one.
What does that say about me?
Pretty much all the West Coast. Here it is. So pretty much all the West Coast, and then all of the East Coast.
Stepsister and stepmom?
Yeah, there's some fucked up shit in here. So let's see.
No bueno.
Virginia and Florida, both lesbian.
Okay.
Nebraska. Hold on. So, damn it. All right. So, the other contenders are cartoon and stepsister, spelled out as 2 words. Anyway.
Okay. What else?
Of course, no, the lesbians, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. So, right-leaning states such as Alaska, New Hampshire, South Dakota, and Kentucky, They look at stepmoms is what they look at.
Oh God.
And the number one search term in Rhode Island was MILF. Nebraska, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Vermont, they're into cartoons. So they actually pointed out two of them to be like raunchy versions of Super Mario and My Little Pony.
Nope.
Ebony and black search terms are the most popular searches in Mississippi, Louisiana, and Georgia, where
I
the
don't
greatest
wanna hear any of this.
concentration of African Americans, according to the 2010 U.S. Census.
I
And
don't want to hear.
Hawaii
this.
is an outlier. They have a bunch of Asian Americans, so therefore their biggest search term was
hentai.
just Asians.
Oh.
So
Next one.
I thought that was pretty good.
It's naughty as hell.
You don't think that is great? You don't think that's a wonderful news story? What am I doing here for you? Huh? I try and get these.
I know you do. Just
try and get.
go on to the
I
next
try
story.
and get great news stories for you.
Yeah, for
I-
me to react to.
I try to get the best, only the best for you.
Yes, and to get me to react.
Because I love you.
And my reaction is seriously silent because holy shit.
All right, last story. So, tell me, are you worried about this election that's coming up?
Yes, I am.
Are you actually like dead worried about it?
Yeah, I really am.
Okay. Because I think that, I mean, if the United States is really worried about who they should vote for, I think that they should really look at other people other than the Democrats and the Republicans that are running. The Democrats that will win the nomination and the Republicans that will win the nomination. I think that we should look more at the independents that are running.
Do I need to be even more worried than I was?
So, if you express frustration with U.S. politics, maybe it's time for a time-traveling lawyer and an American Idol wannabe. These are the joke candidates running for president who aren't Donald Trump.
Okay, here
So,
we go.
First one is Matthew Tyler. He says, "We elected an African American, so I thought it was time to have the first underage candidate." He's 31, so he's actually can't be president because
He's too young.
He's too young. And so he says that his mind is like a computer. And he's a self-described Renaissance man and has given himself the following degrees: PhD, MD, and JD, saying,
In what?
despite not completing the degrees, I completed all the work. He's a crazy person. This is his picture. He looks like a crazy person.
Oh dear Lord.
So he says that he hopes that President Obama will change the law,
So that he
can run, and
Or you could just wait for
like
the next
the rest
election.
of the fucking country, he believes that the president has the right, has the ability to write laws. It's fucking crazy. Ah, man.
He can't do that. But whatever.
He stands for free education, health care to citizens, and a 13% flat tax. He would like to create more opportunities for people of all walks of life, from high school to elderly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next guy on the list. This crazy old fool here. So, his biggest thing was that he was forced to overcome personal limitations, coping with new, dangerous, and experimental activities. At the same time, he was given an understanding of trajectory of secret technical development by the U.S. government. This gave him a glimpse of the future in which teleportation is the principal modality of human transport and has transformed global society for the better. He says if he's elected, he would like to disclose how extraterrestrials are visiting Earth and discuss the ramifications of the advent of ET human contact within the first 100 days. He believes that his experience.
So as I understand it, was he kidnapped by aliens or the government or both?
Probably both. Anyway,
and he saw the future.
He saw the future.
Saw that teleportation saves the world.
Mm-hmm. And he also teleported to Mars. I have to tell you that.
Oh, he teleported to Mars.
He traveled back in time.
And so now he wants to be president so that he can talk to the aliens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's ready for it. He's ready to lead this country. Because he went back in time. He spent some time traveling around during the Civil War and teleported to Mars. And he believes that gives him a huge advantage over the other candidates. I for one think that gives him a great leap above Donald Trump, and an even greater leap above Ted Cruz. Because I'll tell you what, I'd take Donald Trump over Ted Cruz any day. I'll just say that.
The insanity over the fact that
Darwin Marcia Reedy, 36. believes her experiences auditioning for American Idol and The X Factor helped prepare her to be president. She says, I would put Donald Trump in charge of the economy. He's a good businessman. He's promising positive change, and I am more specific. That's not even a sentence. Did she even speak? Oh my goodness. Anyway. I'm definitely for law and order, but there needs to be checks and balances. I understand people feel there is injustice. I would focus on sensitivity training as well. By the way, she's also taken 2 criminal justice classes, so she knows how things go.
Can I? I don't know if I'm gonna get copyrighted. But guess what? It's the end of the world as we know it.
Last guy on the list. Santa Roy Clark.
Oh my god.
I
don't know how many more idiots I can stand.
Of Ashland, Kentucky. They're saying that he may get the vote of those who love Kris Kringle.
That's what I thought. I was like, Santa? Please don't tell me he looks like Santa.
Clark is a 65-year-old retired electrician and former Marine who was born on Christmas Day.
Oh.
He told the Ashland Independent that he changed his first name to Santa last September because he wanted to have the Christmas spirit all the time.
Oh.
Clark admits he doesn't have the political experience of other candidates, but figures that's a plus these days. I couldn't screw up the country any more than those bozos do. And I'm not a professional liar. There you go. Oh, his biggest promise is that he's going to sell Air Force One on eBay if he becomes president.
Why?
That's just his biggest promise.
No, but why? Why sell
because
something
he
that?
can.
Why sell something that protects the president? He does look like Santa Claus.
Yeah,
son of a bitch.
Yep. Yeah, he's got that big old gray ass beard.
Except for he looks like the Santa Claus that you'd expect out of an unmarked vehicle, saying "Free candy, kitties."
Mm-hmm. Definitely, I agree. All right, this is topic of the show.
Wee-hoo.
So, I didn't tell you what the topic was going to be.
No, you did not.
Because I feel that this topic needs a story to go along with it.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about healthcare. And you know exactly where I'm going.
You're trying to just piss me off right now, aren't you?
Well, you know.
Because I'm telling this one.
if Obama would have not made Obamacare.
It has nothing to do with Obamacare.
I know.
So help me fucking God.
Has
It has
nothing to
nothing
do
to do
with
with Obamacare. Oh my God.
It has everything to do with
the way doctors work and the fact that all they want is more money out of their patients instead of actually taking care of their damn patients and keeping to the friggin' Hippocratic Oath.
Yes. I'm agreeing with you. So,
I'm sorry.
you want me to tell my story?
Yeah, we
So on Monday, we were in Florida, in Orlando. We were there on official business, and when I mean official business, I mean we were there for our couple of our best friends'
wedding.
Shout out to David Foster and Holly Williams.
Well, not Williams anymore.
Well, she will be Holly Foster. I guess. Anyway, they got married last Monday on February 29th. That is a leap day. That's what they wanted.
That's what they wanted.
That's what they wanted, and
let them be happy.
And more fucking power to them. Anyway, so
you won't let me have my day.
No, I won't let you. We are not getting married on October 31st. That's just not going to happen. No, I can't do it. I will not do it. No. No, because I don't care that you want to have it Halloween themed. What I care about is that you want to turn it into an effing haunted house and scare the bejesus out of your family. You will give them all heart attacks because you don't have a single aunt or uncle that's under 60 now.
No,
I hope you understand that. Your youngest aunt is almost 70. I'm just letting you know that. Your youngest aunt.
Yes, I know.
You will give them all heart attacks and they will die. A day that is supposed to be happy for them, and they will keel over and die.
I'm a horrible person if no one's found that out yet. Sorry.
Anyway. So, on Monday, I ran out of insulin, and this is because my only stupid bottle that I had decided to fall on the floor and shatter all over the ground. Now, I was left with no insulin for... How long was that? It was
12 hours?
I didn't get it until about 9. It was 3, so it was 6 hours.
6 hours. I was off 3.
So,
and I was panicked.
I was 6 hours without insulin completely. And so I had called my doctor. I had already tried to get a new prescription. I had to change. This was the biggest issue.
Yeah.
Okay. So I haven't seen my doctor since before the new year.
Yeah.
I think I saw him last in like October or something like that.
Yes. Which isn't good for you because you're a diabetic.
Well, it ended up being that he
and
had
a type
left.
1 diabetic.
It ended up that he had left, and so I had to get a new doctor.
Yeah.
And the first appointment that I could get was April.
There we go. Yeah.
So, and for some reason,
he didn't think to give you new insulin.
When I was a juvenile and I was going to Nemours for my endocrinology, they'd give me a prescription and they'd give me something like 10 refills on that prescription.
So you would never be out.
So I had years where it was just like I had it come in the mail. Mm-hmm. I had like, I mean,
it's stockpiled.
I had like 20 vials on hand at like any point in time. I was never out of that shit.
Which is fantastic.
And for the past, like, I've had to deal with, struggling to get insulin for the past 5 years or so.
Which, I'm sorry, is bullshit.
Because this is what happened is, like, my doctor in Orlando would have it to where she'd sit there and go, oh, well, I'm not exactly happy with the way that you're handling your diabetes, so I'm going to make you come back, but I'm only going to give you one
vial
prescription
at a time.
I'm going to give you one prescription, and it's going to be a month. a prescription for 1 month with no refills. So you are forced to come back at the end of that month and get a new prescription.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, but what if it gets to the point where I can't make it in?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
And basically, they would tell you,
fucking life gets in the way, and you can't get in there to get what keeps you alive.
and it was basically, oh fucking well, you better get in.
And this is what happened, and this is what happened this time.
Yeah.
Is that life got in the way, and my doctor decided to leave
Mm-hmm.
the practice. So I was stuck out in the cold. So I've tried to get my new prescription for like a month.
Yeah.
I have had the pharmacy call.
Pharmacy
I
called
actually
twice.
called the doctor's office.
I'm keeping a running
and
tab
trying
now.
to get it. So I had it to where it was 3 attempts.
3 times.
3 attempts. And so today I finally walked in there and tried to get a prescription. Now,
4th attempt.
granted, I don't have it yet. But my biggest issue was that in Florida, I'm sitting there going like, I need a prescription now. I don't have insulin, period.
Yeah.
I need a prescription now. Can you please
Would
give
you like
me a
us to
prescription?
do? Would you like us to do a count for how many times or how far you went to just get some fucking insulin?
That's what I'm getting to. So
Because they wouldn't give it to him,
right.
basically.
So my doctor's office sat there and said, "Oh, well, I can make a request, but yeah, I can't do anything for you." And I was like, "What? What do you mean you can't do anything for me?"
I can't do anything because you don't have a prescription.
And so my actual doctor's office wouldn't give me a prescription. And since I didn't have a prescription,
Neither Walgreens.
so I couldn't get
Nor
it from Walgreens. I
CVS.
couldn't get it from CVS. I couldn't get it from any pharmacy. And I can't just outright pay for it because you have to have a prescription for insulin.
Yeah. I'm keeping a running tab on all the places we went to
At some point,
and called.
You would think that you could get
For a
life-giving drug,
without a problem.
something that you need to live, and you shouldn't be stuck out in the cold just because of an accident that is out of your control.
Yep. And not just that. You also went to the hospital.
Well, yeah.
And how many hours did they tell you at the first hospital you went to?
So I went to South Lake Hospital in Claremont.
Which I've been to multiple times, and they're very nice.
Yeah.
Traditionally.
But that day was flu crazy, and they decided that they were going to take as much time as they needed. And granted, this was on the day of Holly and David's wedding.
Yeah.
I had to leave. So, because that was the whole reason that we went down there, and I was not missing that motherfucker. So, so here I am. I waited for like 2 hours at the emergency room up until the point where I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I went up to so when I walked into the emergency room, I told him, I said, hey, I just need some insulin for my insulin pump.
Yeah.
And when I told them that I just needed insulin, they, slapped a thing on my wrist and told me to wait.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, can't you just give me some?
Like in triage?
Like, just please, just give me. I mean, how much fucking time is it gonna take? But the problem is that the fucking hospitals want to sit there and take all of your damn vitals and make sure that you're completely fine until they let you out of there.
Yeah.
It's just like, just give me a fucking vial of it and get done with it.
Yeah.
That's what pissed me off the most.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting there. So I finally get to the point where I was like, I can't wait here any longer. So I go up to the front and I said, how many people are in front of me? He goes, well, all 34 of our beds are full, and you have 14 people ahead of you. And I'm like, what? He said, oh, it's going to take at least like, he said, if I'm going to give you a ballpark, it's probably going to be 8 hours. So I'm like, 8 fucking hours? I was like, in 8 hours, I could be dead.
Yeah.
And then what? And then what?
And then will you take care of me?
Then would you take care of me if I fucking passed out on the floor here?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just give me some damn insulin. That was my biggest thing. So I run over to the Centricare
Yeah.
to see if they'll give me some. They had a 3-hour wait. They wouldn't even tell me if they were to give me any.
Yeah.
To begin with. And then so they said, "Oh, it's going to be 3 hours." So like, fuck it. So I decided to go to the pharmacy. I went to a CVS and I said, "Hey, I need it. Can I just go to the Minute fucking clinic and they prescribe me a fucking bottle of insulin that I can buy?" And they're like, "Well, we don't know. But you can get in line for that thing." And of course, they're fucking flu crazy too.
Yeah.
So they're an hour and a half wait at the Minute clinic.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know if that person would prescribe the insulin when they got out.
Yep.
So I went to the Walgreens and tried to figure out if their like fucking healthcare clinic would do that, and they didn't know that either.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wait any longer. So I left and I went to their wedding with no
Without
insulin. And my blood sugar is going up and up and up. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I go through the whole wedding, which was lovely.
It was the cutest little wedding.
Absolutely lovely. It was exactly
It was Holly and David.
It had them all over it. All over it. It was exactly those two.
What, Wiener?
And so afterwards I just said, "Okay, well, I'm going to go to Florida Hospital East because they said that they had a 3-minute wait at the emergency room." So I go in there.
Yeah.
And I sign in or whatever. And I don't get seen for like an hour. The triage people don't see me for an hour. And I go in there and I'm sitting there going, I knew exactly what was going to happen because I sat there and I said, if I go in there, they're going to check my blood sugar. They're going to see that it's super high. And then they're going to say, "Oh, no, we can't just give you insulin and be on your way. We're going to have to put you in a room. We're going to have to fill you full of fluids. We're going to have to get your we're going to have to get your blood sugar down before we let you leave here." And I was like, I'm not fucking doing that shit.
No, we didn't have time.
I'm just not doing it. So it just so happened that we found a person that I hadn't seen. I mean, I haven't seen this guy in probably 15 years or so. And like we used to go to church together and whatever. Well, my mother had his mom's number.
Yeah.
Calls her and to see if he actually takes the same insulin as me.
How did she remember he was a diabetic?
I don't remember. Anyway, and so it turned out that he had the same insulin as me, and he said, "Oh, okay. Well, I'll lend you whatever I have left in this vial here." I was like, "Oh my God, I'm just." And so she went and got it for me and brought it to the hospital. At which point I just changed my site out and everything and changed it. And then I went into the hospital and just said, "I'm leaving.
Goodbye.
I'm out of here. I'm not staying here any longer because you're not going to help me anyway."
Yep.
But it just goes to show you, it's like, wow, I had to go ask somebody that is. I mean, for all intents and purposes, he's a stranger to me because we don't really know each other.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen this person in like 15 years.
Yeah.
And, my God.
You had to trust the kindness of a stranger to save your life.
Yeah. Instead of a hospital.
Yep.
Or a pharmacy.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I thought in the back of my head when I was walking into that CVS, I thought in the back of my head going, I think I'm gonna ask this person at the desk, do I need to hold this place up at gunpoint just so that I can live?
Yeah.
Is that what this is gonna come down to?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, Why is it that
You have to risk your life to
health
get.
care in this country we still can't figure it out?
Yeah.
If I was in fucking Canada, I could go to the nearest Walgreens and just be like, "Hey, can I get that?" And they'd be like, "Sure."
Yeah,
here you
here
go.
it is, mate.
And I wouldn't be paying anything for it.
Yep. It's scary. It's very scary because I done research on it, and 16 hours is the average.
If I would have gone to ORMC, I could have waited 16 hours.
That diabetic.
I could have gone into a coma, and then...
Mm-hmm. And then I
what?
would have lost you.
Then what?
Then I would have lost you.
Then what? That's my point.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
And we can't change it.
But guess what?
Because Big Pharma owns
Owns
our
this country.
Congress. And Congress is who writes your laws.
Yeah.
And it's not going to change because no one cares about what your Congress does. And they've got they've got all their districts gerrymandered. So, people in the House, they keep those
Seats forever.
Those seats forever. They never lose them. A lot of them go uncontested because they have no one else that's gonna go up against them because people don't care. They just don't give a shit. And when there's only 33% voter turnout at any point, there's no way that you can change anything in this country.
Nope.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, that was episode 7 of
I love you.
I Know. This is the podcast from theprolongedengagement.com. Go to theprolongedengagement.com for links to absolutely everything that we do. That includes being able to check us out on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and all the different podcasting services that we do. And this show goes up every Monday at noon.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.